the best of Money Matters. Under the Radar.
That's right, you're listening to Money FM 89.3. Time now for a special on-the-go episode of Under the Radar with me, Chua Tian Tian, where we bring you on-the-ground reports of key business events, launches, features, or developers' days. Now, I was out of the office earlier in the afternoon, and that's because I was at Sentosa. No, not to admire the shoreline, but to attend the ATx Singapore, or the ATx Summit, held yesterday and today at Capella Singapore. Now, organised by the Infocomm Media Development Authority, or the IMDA, the event covers a range of topics such as agentic and embodied AI, space satellite and communications, quantum compute and digital sustainability through a series of plenary sessions. Now, there is also a variety of forums and roundtables to facilitate closer partnerships between the public sector and the digital industry. Among them is the first OpenAI Forum held in Asia. Now, the series is aimed at sparking thoughtful dialogue on how AI can enhance culture, society, and everyday life. Now, the forum session that I attended dived into OpenAI's first ever museum partnership in Asia with the Peranakan Museum and in collaboration with Ask Mona, a French AI studio that specialises in cultural experiences. So the parties came together to explore a fresh and interactive way to connect people with heritage ahead of Singapore's SG60 celebrations. So in a pilot collaboration, what they did was they came up with ways for museum visitors to actually speak to artifacts like a kamching jar or a traditional Peranakan attire using AI-generated conversations. Now, the experience was made available to visitors at the ATx Summit, and I tried out the technology alongside Sandy Kunwatanagan, head of APAC policy at OpenAI. Well, first of all, thank you so much for joining us, Sandy. Before we begin, tell us more about what this collaboration is all about.
Yes, we're really excited about this collaboration. OpenAI's mission is to build AGI and artificial intelligence to really benefit as many people as possible. And we're already seeing this start to happen in the education space, in healthcare. But we think that one area where AI could really help to bring communities together is in the area of culture and heritage preservation. And so this collaboration is really meant to highlight the richness of Peranakan culture by using AI technology to allow people to communicate with artifacts in a way that is customized to them and they can ask the questions that they would like. And so in order to do this, we brought together Ask Mona, which is a very active developer from France, and we connected them with the Peranakan Museum, and we really put the pieces together to create a first-time cultural collaboration for OpenAI in the Asia region.
I understand you have briefly mentioned about it as well. You have briefly touched on it. But how does it work exactly for a visitor to a museum?
So the way it works is that there are a couple of select artifacts that have QR codes associated with them. You can scan the QR code, and then that will bring you to a dedicated page where you can actually have a conversation. So you can ask it questions like, why is it pink? What do the motifs mean? And really, really customize your experience with each item.
I see. And, Sandy, the broader question perhaps, why does this matter to the general public? Why do such partnerships matter to the general public?
I think that culture is something that really should be accessible for everyone. And with AI technologies and many other new technologies, we're able to make this culture come alive and really make it very accessible for people, whether or not they can actually go to the museum. So through this collaboration with the Peranakan Museum and Ask Mona, anybody who comes to ATx can actually experience it, whether or not they go to the museum. We hope they go, but we think it just makes it that much more accessible and available to everybody across Singapore.
I see. And finally, Sandy, before we let you go, when and where will Singaporeans be able to try this out then?
So right now, it's a pilot collaboration. We're doing it for the first time. In fact, it's our very first cultural collaboration in all of Asia. And for that reason, it's available for people who are attendees at ATx. And so you can scan the QR code, you can go to the museum up until the end of the week, and you get free access with the ATx badge. Beyond that, it is actually a partnership under the OpenAI Forum, which is a community that we've built of experts who are committed to our mission. And within the forum, you can actually go and experience it via that as well.
Don't mind me asking this, right? What's next for OpenAI Forum? And also, you talk about this collaboration with the Peranakan Museum. Any more of such collaborations on the pipeline?
So we would love to do more collaborations all across Singapore. I'll have to let you know what they are once they happen. But in terms of the forum, we constantly have different activities within the forum, probably about 3 or 4 live events every single month. Things that run the whole gamut, from symphony orchestras playing music written by AI, to Sora artists talking about the future of storytelling, to something like a local sports team thinking about how to use AI in the way they manage sports. And so I would encourage everybody to sign up to the OpenAI Forum, and then you can see for yourself.
Right, constantly engaging with the business community and the use of AI. Thanks so much for joining us today, Sandy.
Thank you.
That was Sandy Kunwatanagan, Head of APAC Policy at OpenAI. Now, such collaborations come as OpenAI deepens its network in Asia Pacific. The firm announced that it established a presence in Singapore in October 2024, and more recently it said on the 26th of May 2025 that it will set up its first office in Seoul as demand in the country jumps for its ChatGPT service. So as always, lots to watch, and this is an on-the-go special episode of Under the Radar with me, Chua Tian Tian, with insights from the ATx Summit held at Capella Singapore, Sentosa Island.
Before acting on the information on Money FM, please consider if it's suitable for your own investment objectives, financial situation, and risk tolerance. To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.